welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know I haven't been posting much ever since I came back from Melbourne, and today's video is a more fun, very different video because I decided to do a get ready with me. Be sharing with you guys what products I'll be using, and also to talk about what has been happening for the past 3 months after I'm back in Singapore, and to basically talk about mental health, commemorate mental health day. This is the first video that I'll be posting. So yeah, I'm thinking I've always been telling my stories and sharing my stories with you guys, but I've never once done something like that. Just a heads up, I don't really do a lot of makeup. I suck at it. I have no knowledge, okay, zero knowledge. So this is more of an everyday makeup for you guys, okay? So only up until recently, I have the habit of putting sunscreen on my face. Normally, I just put moisturizer, and I know that my moisturizer has SPF, but then I just started to put on sunscreen, and this is the one that I use. Actually, I stole it from my sister lah, okay? It's the endorsed sunscreen. It's a perfect UV sunscreen with SPF right here. I'm so new at this. Okay, so I usually put it on my face. So make sure your hands are clean when you apply skincare and makeup if you're using your hands most of the time. So just to update you guys, I came back to Singapore around mid-June. To be very honest, I haven't been really good. I wanted to use this mental health day to share with you guys and update you guys on how I've been doing, aligning with the theme of this year's, which is ensuring mental health is our global priority by starting to prioritize your own mental health first. So this is what I have been doing for the past 3 months. It has been a roller coaster ride for me ever since I came back. But anyways, before I start on my story, the next thing I do after sunscreen is to actually put moisturizer on fatty skin. I'll normally just pump once and I'll just put it and then apply it. I was actually gonna stay in Melbourne to work and then continue my masters afterwards, but then because I just decided to come back, my plan was to start work immediately after I came back to Singapore, because that is just how I do. When I was in Singapore before flying off to Melbourne, I just always working and studying, so not doing anything just icks me, and it's not a good habit because I'm just constantly tiring myself out, and it's not a good practice. 1 week before coming back, I started going for interviews, job interviews, and yeah, I was working in the healthcare sector. After coming back here, then I started working. Things started to spiral down and I stopped working. Since then, I just felt like shit. Moving on to my makeup. So after putting on my moisturizer and my sunscreen, what I would always do is to make sure that my skin absorbs it. And now that I think it is absorbed, I'll be putting on concealer. Concealer that I always use is from Tarte. It's running out because I bought it before I went to Melbourne. I went to Korea recently and I got a new concealer for myself. It's called the Peri Para Double Long Wear Cover Concealer. This one. Put on my concealer. I'll put it here, the places that I need to conceal. I can't multitask. How do they do this? To continue my story, then after that I started to fall into this depressive period of my life, and then I decided that okay, I'm just gonna take a break and not do anything for now aside from doing the things that I love, which is singing. And I started to take up a lot of gigs. Okay, so after I stopped working, then I had a lot of time. So my sister was going on a business trip to Vietnam, so I went along with her for a week. It was a spontaneous trip because we booked the tickets only 3 days before we flew, and I'm not a spontaneous person at all, okay? I just decided to go because I had the time and I just wanted a break, and I thought that this would be a good break for me. So then I went. I didn't have anything planned. So the things that I did there was just planned on the day itself or the night before. The feeling of not having anything planned felt a little great because I've always been planning my life, the next 5 to 10 years of my life, okay? So to have nothing planned for the first time, I think it felt really great and weird at the very same time, but I'm glad I went for it because definitely I felt better after going. After I came back and then meeting a lot of people, discuss about my future. I feel like it's gonna be a very difficult walk journey because art therapy in Singapore is not that very well recognized, so these things just scares me lah. I'm someone who can't stand on uncertainties, and I'm sure a lot of us are like that also. That was something that I had to deal with and learn to embrace which is to really be comfortable on standing on something that is uncertain. A huge part of like my growth for the past 3 months. Moving on to my brows. Don't know lah, just anyhow take a brow pencil from the house. Don't know whose one also. They just used to draw. Normally I'll just draw a little and then I don't really draw a lot. So I continued planning to take up a job. I have a little bit of time. I'm still here before I start my studies, which I don't know when I'll start, because I applied to like a lot of different schools. Actually not a lot, because not a lot of schools offer art therapy. Melbourne is one of them, Sydney as well, Singapore, LaSalle, as well as UK. Sydney got back to me, they offered me a place, but I'm still thinking whether I should go to Sydney, LaSalle and UK. I just like applied for it lah. Melbourne haven't really got to me because it's a quota course and application is more thorough. Decided to get myself a job, and I was still contemplating, okay, like what kind of job I should do, because should I go into like the healthcare sector because it's something that I'm gonna be doing in the next few decades of my life, or should I do something that I have graduated with, which is a design degree? But then I really don't want to do anything related to design that much because I don't find it fulfilling for me, and I just didn't find any joy while working as a designer. So I knew that this path is just not for me, right? So I was just like discussing with my sister. I'm very, very, very grateful for her because of her inputs and her life experiences that she went through as someone who transitioned into an adult. It helped me a lot, and she really, really guided me along very, very well in my journey. I'm so grateful that I have like people like that in my life. At times of uncertainty, they're still there for me. They're not like disappointed with me. I think one thing that really, really, really like affected me a lot was that I was so afraid of disappointing other people in my life that I just overlooked my own mental health. Because of her, I managed to be okay with where I was, which was doing nothing. I mean, not saying nothing, because I was singing, I was doing things that I love, but it was more of just not doing things that could start my life. So at the time, even up to today, I felt that my life stopped, because I really, really, really am so passionate about art therapy that I just really want to start studying and like start embarking on this journey. Okay, so now that my concealer has been set, right, what I'll do is to put on blusher. So what I do is that I'll just use my lipstick, right, and use it as my blusher and like my lipstick. I just apply and then I put it as my blusher. But recently, because I went to Korea and I just wanted to like tap a little bit to the makeup world, so I went to Olive Young, found this 3CE liquid blusher. So I used to follow 3CE and Style Nanda a lot when I was much younger, because I found that their models are super pretty and I just like love their like makeup and like their fashion. So this is in the cozy peach color. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very easy to blend. Love it that it's quite like pigmented, even though like I don't really put a lot. So I'll just like spread my blusher all the way to my nose. I like that sunburn kind of like look. Now blend outwards, because I actually saw this TikTok hack, right, that like if you put your blusher like upwards, right, it actually contours a little bit of your face. Alright, okay, so then at that point I just felt like, you know what, I'm just gonna not care about anything and just like do my own thing and don't need like anything else in my life to make me feel like shit. So I decided to prioritize myself and prioritize my mental health, which is funny because I'm a mental health advocate and I do always advocate on prioritizing your own mental health, and a lot of times I feel like I'm a hypocrite because like I struggle and then I advocate at the very same time. But you know what, I'm a human too. It's definitely normal to feel this way and undergo like situations or circumstances like this in life, because everyone goes through things at a very different timeline, and just so happens that mine is at the age of 22 became much happier in the sense like I started really looking at things very differently. Even though I'm only like singing before I started this, so even though I'm only singing, but I can actually look at it at a very different way. Like performing actually boosts my confidence level. Like I never knew I could do that. I'm a very introverted person and I'm a very, very shy person. I have no confidence at all. I can tell you my confidence level is just like underground. So after getting back to Singapore and like having gigs, going for busking and stuff like that, right, it has really, really, really changed the entire like perspective of performing for me. To me, whenever I sing, like my mindset is not that I need to earn money, that's why I'm gonna sing, but like I just just want to bring joy to like people. I'm so blessed to have people in my life, or rather people who listens to my music, or people who enjoys my music, you know. And yeah, I'm just very thankful. Okay, I need to stop talking. Okay, so moving on. I can't put on lipstick well. I don't know how people do it. Like, I'm just gonna like try. Okay, I really like this like lipstick from Gucci. I'll just like put on the excess right on my nose. Look, I look like I have freaking Rudolph. This is my overall makeup look. I can't do this. This is too girly. But anyways, yeah, what I wanted to say was I went to Korea like last week, supposedly going back to Melbourne for my graduation ceremony, but I chose the option of just, you know, get them to send me my documents and use the money to fly to another country that I've not been to, which is Korea. It was so great. Like, moral of the story is to prioritize yourself in anything that you do, be it whether you are going through like a bad day. Allow yourself to have that 1 to 2 hours of your time watching Netflix just to make yourself feel good, you know, just to prioritize yourself all over again and remind yourself that hey, it's a bad day, but it's okay. The end of the day and tomorrow's a new day. You know, do things that you love, man. Like really, really very, very important to just like prioritize yourself, man. Like it's what I have not done in my life. For once, not doing anything felt good and something new to me. To end off my makeup, right, this is a shimmer makeup fixer by 3CE. So I bought it when I was in Korea as well. What I do is you need to shake so that like the shimmer can like be spread around the entire makeup spray. My face is glowing. Ooh, natural highlighter. Let it set. It really glows, okay? Right, okay. Yeah, these are the products that I use. Very simple everyday makeup. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed looking at me getting ready for nothing. Then why I wanted to do this was to really just be comfortable with you guys and to just be myself. I don't think I was ever like that in my other videos. Like this video, I really like let loose or like just show you guys like this goofiness side of me, which not a lot of people have seen. I'm actually a very, very goofy person. Someone who is a bit silly. I hope that this get ready with me video alongside with sharing with you how I have been after coming back from Melbourne and what I'm actually currently doing in my life. Basically my entire mental health journey in the past 3 to 4 months have been comforting for you as well. Let you know that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be where you are right now. It's okay if you're going slow. It's okay if you're going fast. You know, things like that. I'm very, very happy. Just really thankful for all of you guys, and I hope that you guys will learn to prioritize your mental health, prioritize your own well-being, because that is the most important. Without mental health, you have no physical health. Without physical health, you can do things that you want, you can do things that you love. Just really, really, really start prioritizing yourself, okay? Because you are important, you are worthy, you deserve happiness, joy, and everything in the world. You deserve rest, you deserve to be doing things that you love, you deserve to just be yourself, okay? So this is what I want to share for the World Mental Health Day, which falls on October 10th. So I hope you guys love this episode. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.